Hi, okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Mexican-American War and some citizenship issues. So I'm going to talk about it on this slide, and then we can hop on over to the next slide and talk about it a little bit more. So, as you can see on this first slide, I kind of listed, like, the classifications of how, like, races were viewed. And so this is just kind of the information that the article gave me explaining, like, where people were, like, classified and ranked. So obviously there are a lot of, like, racial, religious, and cultural differences, which provided motivation for the U.S. to take over Mexican territories and gain land. So basically this was just like a way for them to justify their economic exploitation. At the time, Anglo-Saxons were considered to be a superior race, and Anglo-Americans considered Mexicans to be an inferior race because they weren't white. So, some U.S. leaders hoped that Anglo-Americans could flood Mexican territory in hopes that destinies could be guided by Anglo-Saxon hands. So, the U.S.'s intentions of the Mexican-American War were to gain Mexican territory, but I mean, after reading the article, this can easily be identified as an unjust war on race. So, some examples of this territory that they took over we now see as California, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, and Texas. So yeah. So the Mexican Americans remaining in these lands, though, were struggling with inclusion and getting rights to citizenship, and so the Mexican government rightfully demanded citizenship for those remaining in these territories because, like, a lot of these people were born here, like, have been raising their families here and have settled here and been living here all their lives, and now they're not even citizens in land that they have been living in this whole time. So that was kind of a big issue, and that's when we get into some of, like, the citizenship issues in general. So let's hop on to the next slide and continue.